So I just started at 7:38. I got up at 6:20. Welcome to day 17 and the last day of the Cohos Trail. I slept decent last night. I didn't go to sleep until after 10, and then I woke up several times, but when I was sleeping it was pretty solid. I was plenty warm enough. It didn't have a great hang, so I wasn't as comfortable as I could have been. Anyway, starting to climb up. I got up at one time in the middle of the night to go to the bathroom, and oh my word, I went to get out of my hammock and both my inner thighs cramped up. Oh, it was so painful. And I know it's because I wasn't well hydrated yesterday. So hopefully today will be better. I drank over 2 liters yesterday, so. Alright, I'm going to conserve battery today on the camera because I don't think I have any in the camera handle. I think that's at 0. Just stopped and collected water there. Not that I necessarily needed water. I mean, I only filtered just under 1 liter, but I'd rather have 2 full liters with me just in case. Never know. You never know what's going to happen with the water situation up here, considering how dry it's been. So, also took my fleece off, so we're off and running. Okay, we go smell something. It's wicked excited. Come on, stay on the trail. Come on. Okay. Turn this off for now. I don't know as if we're going to see anything. He certainly smelled something. It was just a noise back there. Like something going over a boulder. Don't see anything. I think I'm going to turn this off for now. I don't think we're going to see anything anyway. Whew. Just passed a hiker going the other way. And he said he'd already passed another hiker heading the same direction I am, which means somebody had to pass my camp, I think. I mean, even if they started, he said they only had, looked like they only had a day pack. So they would have started really early in the morning. And maybe I was just dead to the world. It is currently 56 degrees. It was 52, 53 when I took my fleece off. So it's definitely warm. Come on, Wiggles. A little over a mile in, and just started this steep scrambling stuff. That first mile along the brook was time consuming. Lots of scrambling up little boulder and root patches, and then back down into the riverbed, and then back up again. And once we left the riverbed, lots and lots of huge down trees that you had to lift Wiggles over and straddle over. Not hard, just time consuming. I'm heading up to North Isolation now. I think I probably have a ways to go yet. I don't know if this is a peak here. Feels like it. I also feel like I'm getting a hot spot on my instep on my left foot. That was the one that was so bad on the Cohos Trail. I mean, the right was bad too, but the left was much worse. And it's not really fully recovered yet. I still got really tender skin there. And I'm going to stop shortly here and put some Lugo tape on it. Like I said, I don't know if this is a peak or not, but I shall see on the map, maybe. This actually kind of looks like a good place to take a break. Maybe I'll go a little bit further. Let's see what there is here. I think I'd like to go along this while it's flat before I take a break, and take a break right before it starts to climb. I'll turn this off for now. Stopping for a break, and I'm definitely The skin is already broken there. So, Luco tape over that, and that should be good. I probably should check my right foot as well. Right foot, it feels fine. I haven't felt any heat there yet, but I do see that it's a bit red right there. So I am going to go ahead and put Luco tape over that as well, just to be on the safe side. Oh, okay, so both my insteps have Luco tape. I am absolutely starving, so I am going to have a snack before I climb any further. I did climb up a little bit, but not a whole lot. Salted caramel, honey stinger. So I kind of wonder, I don't know if this makes sense, but this guy from Recycled Percussion, which is a band from here in New Hampshire, Ryan, that is currently doing, I guess technically he's not doing a diaturisma, but he's doing all 48. He's trying to do all 48 in 7 days. And of course he's getting picked up every night and going home or whatever. And then dropped off again in the morning. I guess it'd be considered a supported diaturisma. Anyway, whoever would have passed my camp this morning would have had to gotten a really early start from whatever trailhead they took. And I know that, I'm pretty sure as of yesterday, he had not done Eisenhower or Monroe or any of those yet. So I kind of wonder if maybe he was doing, if that was who the other guy passed that was ahead of me. But that doesn't make any sense. He would have done the whole presidential to reverse, I think, all in one go. Instead of doing like Eisenhower and Monroe and then coming this way to do isolation. I don't know. Yeah, it doesn't make any sense, but I just kind of wondered that. Just a thought. Anyway, eat my stack and then we'll get back on trail. Okay, I'm at the junction of the trail that I'm going to take to isolation, which is that direction. That's the direction I came. And this is the trail to north isolation. I'm going to leave my pack here, which I am not, like, I'm having anxiety about that, because if I get hurt up on the way to North Mountain Isolation, I've got nothing to keep me warm or food or anything. I do have a little jug of water with me, which actually I think I'm going to fill up because it has a little bit of Propel left in it, and I'm not sure I can give that to the dog, and I want to have something I can give the dog. So let me do that real quick, and then we'll head up. Little bit of bushwhacking, but I am definitely at the peak of North Isolation. According to my map, Avenza, all that stuff, I am right on top of it. I don't see, usually there's a log thing tied to a tree somewhere for peak baggers. I don't see that, but I've never looked for them anyway, so I really don't know like how close to the peak they are. I'm assuming they're near it. And I don't know how camouflaged they are. I mean, they're usually tied in a tree. I don't see one now, but I am definitely at the peak. Alrighty, back to the trail and back down to where my pack is. That was a pretty easy hike up. It was like 2/10 of a mile. Okay, so that was a quick and easy 0.43 miles up and back to North Isolation, which is actually over 200 feet higher than Mount Isolation, which is on the 48 4K list. So, not sure what's going on there. I'm sure it has something to do with 200 feet of prominence or whatever. But we're going to go down and then back up again to Isolation. So, that's what's up next. Wigglesy's eating some food. I'm going to have brown sugar bobo milk tea mochi. I love these things. I am still absolutely starving, but it's way too early for lunch. So, catch you later. And I've made it to the spur for Mount Isolation. So, we're gonna head up there. Yeah. Whew. That was a fun little climb. All right. Oh, wow. It's Mount Washington. Okay. We're actually at the summit of Isolation. Which, like I said, is like, actually it's just shy of less than 300 feet higher than, or lower than North Isolation.
I'm actually enjoying it.
That's where I came from. That's where I'm gonna go. And, or I could go this way if I want to do Mount Davis. I'm not sure I want to do that or not. I gotta take a look at the map. I'm gonna have lunch here because I'm starving and I haven't had lunch yet. But I'm so far behind time-wise. Oh well, it is what it is. Okay, so for lunch I have what was supposed to be my dinner last night. I have chicken and cranberries and pecans and mayonnaise to mix together on street tacos, and then I have some Trader Joe rockets. There it is, ready to eat. Okay, so heading out for my lunch break. I am not going to do Davis because, first of all, it's under 4,000 feet, which means it's not on the Trail Right 72, because the Trail Right 72 is the 4,000 footers that do not, what is in my hair? Ooh. The Trail Right 72 is the 48 4Ks plus another 24 4Ks that don't count as the 48 because of their prominence, or lack of prominence, I should say. I believe that's what the Trail Right 72 is. And I don't think it's on 52 with a view, because I don't think it has a view. So I'm not going to bother. And if it turns out that it's on one of those two lists, oh well. Do it some other time. I have 3.8 miles to the cutoff for Stairs, which I'm gonna do because I think it's only like 0.2 of a mile, and I think it's fairly flat. So I'll do Stairs. Davis looked like it was maybe, I don't know, 0.4 and some climbing, so let's see. And then, yeah, 3/8 of a mile, or sorry, 3.8 miles to the Stairs cutoff. So that's my next goal. I must say, this pack, the Granite Gear Echo 40, is not anywhere near as comfortable as my Crown 60. I mean, and despite the fact that this one is, I mean, I'm carrying significantly less weight than I was on the Cohos Trail, but my Crown 60 is much more comfortable. I think for one thing, this Echo 40 doesn't have very good padding in the shoulder pads. And so, yeah, I mean, typically I don't have it resting on my shoulders too much. I have it tightened down on my hips pretty much all the way to my hips, but you know, it slides throughout the day and ends up on your shoulders eventually until you adjust it again. Let's see. Did I talk about that Yahoo woman with the dog that attacked Wiggles? Oh, I don't know if I said anything about that or not, but I mean, so I'm going along, and all of a sudden, it was a pretty narrow place in the trail, you know, like rocks on one side going straight up, and sort of a, you know, bunch of trees, and it was really condensed. And I'm in the middle of stepping up on a rock, and all of a sudden she's like right there in front of me. Her dog's not on a leash, and I was like, oh, and you know, it kind of sniffs at Wiggles, and I thought everything was going to be okay. And then I finished stepping up onto the rock that I was stepping on, and this dog just attacked Wiggles. I mean, he had him by the head, and then he, you know, he's growling and snarling, and he had him by the neck. And I think the only reason he sort of couldn't really latch on too well is because of Wiggles' harness, because it kept getting tangled up in his teeth. But I'm trying to pull Wiggles out of it. You know, Wiggles never made a sound. Anyway, this woman, number one, she never apologized. Never. All she did was make an excuse and say, oh, it's really narrow through here. Like, that makes a difference? No, it doesn't. And I said, well, that's why I keep my dog on a leash. And she goes, well, sweetie, my leash is in my pocket, and if I'd have known you were there, I would have put it on him. I felt like saying, you know what? Your dog's aggressive, so perhaps you should have him on a leash all the time. Do you think? Oh, one of the things she did say, too, was, oh, well, you moved, so that's what made him do it. You know, so again, excuses. It was narrow and I moved. Well, my dog didn't move. My dog, you know, was just, Wiggles was just standing there looking at him, like not doing anything. And this dog just laid into him when I stepped up on the rock. So yeah, all she was about excuses. And she had the nerve to say that if she had seen me, she would have put her dog on a leash. Well, it doesn't matter. Your dog's aggressive. It should be on a leash all the time. Anyway, she never apologized. Her damn dog had Wiggles' head in its mouth, for heaven's sakes. Anyway, enough that rant. It just really annoys me about people and their dogs and not keeping them leashed. I mean, I have no problem with dogs that are wicked friendly and stay on trail that are not leashed. You know, that dog, that Labrador, yesterday that was all over the Alpine, was friendly enough. I mean, he came up and sniffed Wiggles and didn't do anything. And I petted her and she was fine. And, but you know, the owner's on his damn phone and not paying attention at all to the dog. And the dog is all over the Alpine zone, traipsing around. And then this stupid woman with her, oh, well, sweetie, I had my leash in my pocket. Oh, well, with an aggressive dog, you probably should have the leash on the dog. I thought afterwards, you know, I should have said to her, oh, so that means it would be okay if I would have brought my German Shepherd up here, not on a leash and not muzzled, and whatever he did, he just did. Because my German Shepherd was very, very much aggressive and very much protective of me. And no dog would have been allowed to come near me. And he didn't have that dog's throat ripped out in a nanosecond. And would that have been okay? No, not at all. I just can't believe the gall of some people. All right, enough of that rant. It was much nicer sitting in the shade there on the trail, eating my lunch. Up on the summit of isolation, it was like 77, 78. Down here in the woods, out of the sun, it's like 70. So huge difference. It was much more pleasant eating there. I mean, yeah, I had a gorgeous view up there on isolation, but all right, we're gonna get a move on and get this 3.8 done. So I stopped here to get water out of that little puddle there. It looks pretty clean. It's still in my Canuck bag. I'm not going to filter it yet. I've got about 3/4 of a liter of water left. And I'm just afraid I don't want to run out. And I certainly don't want either Wiggles or I getting dehydrated. So I've got the bag filled. It's not filled. It's probably got, I don't know, maybe a liter in it. But I figured I'd carry that and see if I run into better water somewhere else. But if I don't, at least I have that. So right now it is 3:45. I am just south of that little turn there. And, you know, as you can see, there's no water crossing at all. And not until I get to Davis Path, there might be. I don't know, but it's near the end, for heaven's sakes. So from Mount Davis to Stairs is 3.8. So we're going to call that about, close to 2. No, sorry, 3.8. Yeah, 1.9 would be half of that. So basically 2 miles. And then I get 4/10 and 3/10 and 1.5 and 2.0. So I've got 2, 3, 4.2, 5.2, about 6.1. I got about 6.1 miles to go. And it's already almost 4 o'clock. And I haven't done stairs yet. And I do want to do stairs while I'm here. It's only 0.2 miles up. And supposedly it's not much climbing. So, yeah, I'm just like, I'm going to be getting in at dark, I think, I don't know, 4 o'clock. I'd like to be to the truck by 7. That's 3 hours. I am not doing 30-minute miles. I'm doing more like 45-minute miles. 8 o'clock it's dark. So I definitely need to be, I want to definitely be to the truck by 8 p.m. But I am coming down a west-facing slope, so I will have sun like longer than if I was coming down an east-facing slope. So there's that. All right. Yeah, I'm going to sit here for a minute. Oh, look at Wiggles. I didn't get his pad out because I really wasn't planning on being here very long. I'm just sitting on a rock myself, so anyway. All right. Yeah. Let's see how it goes. Oof. Just done some climbing. Not steep, just sort of slow and steady. But I am worn out. I am definitely, completely, and totally out of shape for hiking. Oh, so I forgot to say, when I stopped to collect water, that the last time I recorded, I think I was talking about the dog that had attacked Wiggles. When I started walking again, or when I shut that off and was walking again, not too long after that, my Garmin instinct shut down, so I don't know if I've got a track for today or not. I certainly don't have one from there on, although I can create it from various GPX files that I already have. You know, so it'll just take me a while to sort of cobble it together. Hopefully it's saved when it shut down, but I think last time it did that, it did not. So, of course, I also have Avenza navigating, so I may be able to get it all off of Avenza anyway. I don't remember what that does, what it records, what it doesn't record. And then, of course, my Garmin InReach is tracking, although I think those are, you know, like, I don't know, 10-minute intervals or something like that. I don't think it tracks the whole time. I think it just, I mean, I think I could tell it to track the whole time, but that uses up way too much battery, so I don't have it doing that. I've been going down for a little bit though, so I don't know. I think I must have to go back up on the backside of Crawford, I think. That's going to be probably a fairly steep climb, I'm thinking. I don't know, I've never been this way. When I stop at Stairs, I'll take a look at the map and look at the elevation on it. Sometimes that's not a good idea though. Just depresses me. Alrighty, I'll shut this off. It's about, it's 4:51. I've got a little less than a mile to get to Stairs, but I had to stop and take a break. I'm just exhausted. Yeah. Little less than a mile to get to Stairs. Ooh. Definitely think I'm going to be getting to the parking lot at dark. Wiggles is doing good though. He's not even laying out flat to take a rest. He's just laying. Alright, I'm going to sit here a minute and then get going again. So, I'm at the Stairs Mountain Spur. I'm about to head up. I dropped my pack again. I have one pole with me because I know there's a steep section. And I have a little 6-ounce bottle of water, just in case. And I gotta put the camera away to do this. Well, this was definitely worth coming to. Don't go too close to the edge here, Wiggles. It's like a long drop off. This is absolutely stunning. It is 6:20, give or take a minute. And I'm just starting down Davis Path from the Stairs Spur. So I have 4.2 miles. And like I said, it's like 6:20. And I'm probably only going to be hiking for another 40 minutes or so before I have to start using my headlamp. But it is what it is. Oh, wow. This is like slow going down this kind of thing. And if I remember right, from Crawford, from the spur for Crawford, all the way down is pretty much like this. So I don't think I go up any, maybe a little bit, but I don't think it's too steep. I'm not really sure. I tried to look at the elevation on the map, but there's not enough light, and I wasn't going to get the headlamp out just to look at the map. So those red lines, or those really, really faint green lines on green, are hard to see without a lot of light, at least for me. Old glasses, you know, that kind of thing. All right, I'm going to turn this off before I fall. Just reached Stairs Mountain Trail, which is not the same as the Spur to Spur Stair Mountain. So 3.8 to go. Well, I think you can't see much. But I'm at the junction for the trail to Mount Resolution. So I now have 3.5 to go. I'm going to take a little break here, and then I'll get out my headlamp and we'll start hiking again. Okay, so back on trail. I ended up filtering that water, and it was just on, well, it was a little less than a liter because I still had a little bit left in my bottle, but it filled it up, and then I took a few gulps to be able to filter the rest. Tasted fine, although a tad soapy, maybe? I don't know. I think it'll be all right. So, at 1.5 miles to the cutoff for Crawford, and then 2 miles down to the trailhead, the parking lot. I'm moving slow here. Once I'm hiking in the dark, it's like, okay, I'm in the dark. There's no sense in hurrying. I don't mind hiking in the dark. I have a long drive home as well, so about an hour and 45 minutes. So not really looking all that forward to that, but all right. I think I'll turn this off and try to hurry while it's not rocky, because I know it's really rocky going down from Crawford. Okay. I don't think I can be close to the Crawford cutoff yet, but most of Crawford is like this. I mean, once you go on the cutoff, you're on these granite slabs. But we're kind of on the backside of Crawford, so I guess. Have you seen the trail? I don't know. It's like still like 68 degrees. Oh, it's down to 64 now. Right. Toasty warm though. Whew. Yeah, I know I've got probably easily 3/4 of a mile to go, if not a mile, to the Crawford cutoff. Alright, I'll turn this off for now. Close to a full moon. I don't know how much of this you can see. Maybe I'll take a picture with my phone. It might do better. Up here on these rocks, I'm just sort of like winging it as far as which way I need to go. This looks promising down here. I don't know. Is that it? Or is it over here? Oh, maybe this is it. I wish I'd put some kind of marker. Okay, that's not it. I don't think. All right, let's go back down over here. Yeah, this looks, oh nope, this isn't it. Well, crapola, where the hell is the trail? I'm gonna have to try to figure it out with a Venza, which is like sort of crap. Alright, let me turn the camera off and figure this out. There we go. the cutoff for Crawford. So we have 2 miles to go down. I'm gonna take a break though. Whew. 8:15, 8:16, something like that. Quick little break. I didn't even take my pack off because I couldn't stand the thought of putting it back on. And I'm really moving slow now. I'm just, whew, my right knee is killing me. My feet are killing me. I think I probably have several blisters. Silk blazing because all the spiders have already put webs up. So I keep getting them across my face. We're getting there. 2 miles. 8:15. I don't think I can do it by 9:15. I'm just too tired. I'm not going to be moving fast. If I try to move fast, I'm going to trip and fall and hurt myself. So maybe 9:30. Oh, I got an hour and 45-minute drive home. I got to go to work tomorrow, which means getting up at 6 to get to work on time. Although I think what I may end up doing is just working remote in the morning and going in the afternoon, because that means I can get up at like 10 till 8 and start work at 8 o'clock. And then I could take a long lunch break to drive in. I have no idea where the trail goes here. Lordy. I don't remember the slab on the way up, but everything was snow covered way back then. I'm assuming I just head down this way. Although that over there is looking like a trail. Let's head over this way. Yes, indeedy. That's definitely a trail. Okay. Hopefully I can do this 2 miles without a break. It's downhill, although it's rooty and rocky. So that's kind of like a pain to deal with. That's not a trail that way. Must be this way. Do you remember this last time, Wiggles? I don't remember this. I think it must have still been snow covered, maybe. Maybe not. I don't know. Oh, shit. See? This is what I mean. I'm falling. Okay. Where's the trail? Where's the trail? And this is why I won't be able to do it too fast. If I keep losing the trail. Okay, these new pants, they're by Avalanche, by the way, are driving me crazy because they keep sliding down. The crotch of my pants is halfway between my actual crotch and my knees, and it's just such a pain to deal with. lens at some point, make sure I'm on the right damn path. I mean, it's really hard to tell. Okay. At least there's a mark. Hurry. Let's get a move on. Oh, at least up here they've got marks on the ground, on the rocks. They didn't way over on the other side. I think I kind of remember some of this now. Alright, I am gonna shut the camera off though. I think. Oh, I do remember this because I remember it was a pain to get up with all the ice on it. Okay, come on. There we go. Oh, don't pull me down the mountain there, dog. I don't think I go that way. I think I go this way. I don't even know. I don't even know. Yes, there's a mark. Praise the Jesus, they put marks on these rocks. Okay, I do remember this. And I think after this, the really sort of slabs are over. And then again, I really don't know because it was all snow covered. Or ice covered, or whatever. It was like not fun. Oh, my pants are driving me crazy. I just want to pull the damn things off. Hike in my underwear. Like there's nobody around. I probably could. Alright. We get let's go around, Wiggles. I don't want to take the risk of sliding. Where are we going? I feel like we're going diagonally across. Maybe not. Oh lordy. Maybe it's over there. Okay. Okay. I'm definitely going to turn the camera off now because I need to use my poles. And right now I have them in one hand because I'm carrying the camera cover in the other. So, we'll see in a little while. Okay. I think the steep down a rocky section is finally over. I don't think there's much after this that's all that much of a pain. I'm probably going to, I can't even talk. I think I have about 6/10 left. I don't know. It's hard to tell without my watch. Oh, now I'm really moving slow. Oh. I've slipped probably, I don't know, at least a dozen times coming down all this loose little tiny pieces of gravel on big rocks that you got to step on, and they're angled downhill. My back is probably, oh geez, look at that. Somebody's got, is that a leaf? Please tell me that's a leaf, because I've already seen so many pieces of tissue. Nope, it's a tissue. Like, why did they leave it right smack in the middle of the trail? Anyway, I slipped probably about a dozen times. My back is probably going to be killing me tomorrow from catching myself from falling. My ears won't pop. I'm all stuffed up. I'm hot and sweaty. It's like 70 degrees. Now that I've got down out of elevation. My pants are sticking to me. And they're sliding down. There's just all kinds of things. Ugh. I really don't want to do that drive home. No, I have a choice. I'm so tired. Oh, I thought I said the rocky stuff was over. Apparently not. All right, well. I'll catch you when I get to the truck. Hopefully it's by 10, for heaven's sakes. Oh, I forgot this little bridge near the end. Huh. It was roaring last time I was here. In fact, the logs were actually in the water. Almost at the end. Bemis Bridge over the Saco River. Parking lot's just on the other side of this. It's camping here. $21.55, and I am done with the Cohos here at the Southern Terminus. Whew. Hallelujah. Praise the Jesus.